Howdy gang, Peter here. It's Wednesday 4:39 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday the 12th of Feb 2025, and my mind was drifting, and this was a funny Rowe moment, because Rowe was about the funniest man that ever lived. And the best boss I ever had, by the way. Ferret wasn't bad either. And it's well worth preserving historically, I think. I'd never heard this expression used before. Something that Rowe did to me quite often, which was spring stuff on me. In the beginning, when I started working with Rowe and Ferret, Rowe used to drop off these rough-up sketches, and I'd go round and check the machine and knock them up. And then, as this went on in the beginning, Rowe would come back now and then and go, "Peter, you know, okay, you fixed that up, but it's not what I ordered." Well, that's okay. But what I did was better than the rough-up sketch that Rowe gave me in terms of efficiency. So Rowe sort of started to catch on a bit how I operate. So one day he rocks up to the Falls Road workshops and he drops this rough-up sketch on a particular bench which was in the old mill at Alex. So I rock up there a couple of days later and check it out, measure up and all that sort of stuff. So then I did the job, and then a few days go by and I crossed paths with Rowe in Alex, and I said to him, "Ronnie, how did that hood go on that machine?" He goes, "I'd never heard this before." He said, "Peter, it would suck the foreskin off a Jew, but it's not what I ordered." And I said, "But does it work?" He goes, "Yes." "Does it work well?" And he goes, "Yes." I said, "Well, what's the problem?" He said, "It's not what I ordered." How on earth can you come to grips with that sort of logic? But anyway, we did. And as I walked away, I looked over my shoulder. He was cracking up in the corner as I was cracking up going out the door. It was just hilarious. Just a moment in time, one of those fantastic Ronnie Rowe moments, you know. The man was so cool. Cheers.